Hey guys, thanks for joining me again for a picture book read aloud. I don't know about you guys, but it has been so cold and dry here lately. I have not been able to keep my hands, my cuticles, and my lips like moisturized enough. I don't know how you guys feel. I hate having chapped lips. I hate having, my cuticles peeling personally. But sometimes you cannot avoid it no matter how much cuticle oil, lotion, chapstick you're putting on. Hot tea, yet again, if you didn't watch my PAX chapter today. I am enjoying some elderberry tea today with honey. Local honey, always do local honey. Love it. Very delicious, nice and warm, good for my throat as I read our next picture book. I hope you guys are being safe in this cold weather if you're experiencing it. I know that our schools in the surrounding area, I kind of live in an area where there's several around me, public school districts, public and private schools. We're on, what is it, Thursday, I think is when this is posting. So there have been a lot of closings and delays this week because of the just how much snow we got and how it's impossible to get off of the sidewalks for children to safely wait at bus stops, um, as well as just the negative temperatures. So I hope wherever you are, you're being safe and staying warm. We're going to listen to a story today called When You Love a Book. And this book is written by Kaz Windness, and the pictures were done by Heather Brockman Lee. I think that this is such a cute picture. I love the train. I wonder, looking at some of these pictures, if you are thinking of any specific stories that you know. For me, this girl here reminds me of Little Red Riding Hood. Maybe If You Give a Mouse a Cookie, Stregonona. I've got some thoughts about some of these other pictures, but I don't want to give it all away. What do you think of when you see these pictures? Let's get started. When you love a book, look at these cute illustrations. I love it. A book is a friend that you meet when you're new. A strong, sturdy friend who won't mind if you chew. A book is a friend found in all shapes and sizes. A buddy who's bound to be full of surprises. A book is a day when it's snowy outside. A book is a pigeon who's itching to drive. Ooh, what books are you thinking of? This book reminds me of one of my favorite winter stories. And I know a lot of my students love the books in this series. One of my personal favorites. A book is a cookie you give to a mouse. A book is a dog grown as big as a house. Ooh, who could that be? Doesn't exactly look like the book that it's trying, or the dog in that book, but a book is a Nona in magical pots. A book is a wild one whose supper's still hot. I wonder how many of you will be familiar with some of these stories. A book is a girl in a Red Riding Hood. A book is an engine who knew that she could. I love how on each of these pages there are words from a book, and in some cases, there are records that used to be used. I don't know if they are anymore. When checking out a book, you used to have to write your name and get it stamped when it would be due back. But nowadays, I think it's all electronic. A book is a good night you give to your room. A book says, I love you right up to the moon. Uh-oh, page is stuck. Don't want to skip it. A book will uplift you when you're feeling low and whisper of wonderful places you'll go. What is your favorite book that makes you happy when you've had a sad day? A book is a cuddle you share in a lap, a friend that you snuggle before every nap. Another sticky page. There we go. With a book as a friend, you will always feel heard. There's someone like you looking back from each word. There's room in your heart for both old friends and new. A book is a friend, and too few just won't do. And when you grow bigger, your books grow big too. A book is forever the right size for you. There was a book series when I was a kid growing up. Every year the next book came out, it would be just a little bit longer with words that were just a little bit more challenging. It's like the books were growing up with me, like one of my friends. A book is a friend that you'll give when you're grown. How many of your parents or loved ones have shared books with you that they loved when they were a kid? To a certain small someone of your very own. The ends. I hope you enjoyed that book. This is one of those Dolly Parton imagination library books. So I'll read you after the story questions again today. First, how is a book like a friend? Next, what is a subject you would like to read about? Me, I always loved reading about animals and science. I also, as I grew older, liked learning, well, maybe not learning, but using my imagination and reading more books about worlds that are made up. What do you like to read about? And then here are two challenges for you today. Challenge number 1, visit a library. Big fan of the library. and look for some of the books that are referred to in this book. Ooh, so some of the books that you recognized, as well as some books on topics that interest you. If you don't already have one, get a library card so that you can check them out. And your second challenge today, get materials from a trusted adult at home to create your own book. My students always loved making their own books. They would get about 10 minutes of free time each day where it was like a quiet time where they could create or rest. And a lot of students loved making their own books during this time. You might need things like blank paper, maybe some crayons, or printed paper for cutting up and making collages, like some of the illustrations in this book. So I hope that you enjoyed this story and you'll consider some of the questions and challenges that we found at the end of the story. And I would love to know, what is a book that you think of like a friend, and comment it below. Thanks for joining me again today. Again, stay safe. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. And thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.